Clearly, 50 Cent was not lying about this Netflix documentary. It's clear that he has Diddy on his radar. And it's wild, y'all. I'm very interested to see what comes from this, but let's break it down. 50 Cent has a release date set for this documentary to it looks like he's going to eviscerate Diddy. This look like he's going to finish him off in this documentary. I want to see what happens, in this. I want to see what 50 does. You got Netflix behind this. Let's see. Make sure you hit the like button and most definitely hit the subscribe button if you're new. We're gonna have more news updates and more as this documentary gets set. To be honest with you, we right down the block. Let's break it down. It's been nearly 2 years since Curtis 50 Cent Jackson announced he would be executive producing the Sean Combs documentary, and the project finally has a release date. The four-episode project titled Sean Combs The Reckoning will drop globally on Netflix on December 2nd. So this is crazy. It says Alexandria Stapleton directs the documentary and executive producers alongside 50, Stacy Scripter, all these other people. And it says the Sean Combs, The Reckoning, is produced by House of Nonfiction, G Unit Films and Television, and Texas Crew Productions. So this is a lot of people that's behind this clearly. Um, so it's talking about they're going to be putting look like they just going to take him out. I want to know who he's going to have speak on this documentary. 50 money is long, pause. So he may be able to prize some people who, make this documentary something to talk about. Knowing 50, would he really launch a documentary without no meat and potatoes? So something tells me it's going to be something in here that's going to have the whole world just, going off. If you look what 50 has done, just, he's still making music, and clearly the songs are incorporated in his shows. But what he has done in the entertainment field is something just to be marveled. To be honest with you, and you see with Power, he's not even in Power anymore. He is in obviously executive producing, doing all the stuff behind the scenes. But for a guy like 50 to remove himself from Power, where he was just an electrifying character, um, that'll tell you something, because he could have stayed in the spotlight, and he's not rushing to get into another show or do this or do that. No, he's falling back, and you see what he's got going on. He's just releasing bangers. He's even got something I'm hearing coming up with Paid in Full with Cam. That's a whole nother situation we're gonna talk about. So make sure you hit the like button and you subscribe for that. But like I said, I'm hearing that he's gonna be having people, his long term associates, his friends. That's why I told you, it's gonna be crazy. Women are gonna come out and speak on this. So this thing can't be well for Diddy. We all know Diddy will be coming home. I think I don't know the exact time frame, but he might have a year or two left. I'm hearing that he's trying to get a pardon from our commander in chief, you know, the current, commander in chief of America, um, and that's crazy, that all this is taking place. Clearly, is no love lost. 50 really, I believe, has issues with Jay. They never wanted 50 through the door. We just got to keep it all the way real. 50 had to go. See, people don't really discuss this about 50, why he's so, with the New York guys. 50 had to leave to go to Cali to get the deal. We got to remember this. He had to go see, Dr. Dre and Eminem, to get the deal, to blow up, to take it to the next level. He was blackballed all throughout New York City. And some of these people who was in position at that time, you know, are some of the people that he just won't let up on. He won't let, because they had the opportunity. He did. Why did he have to go see Eminem? See, so these are things that people, you know, um, just I know we talking about it now. It's interesting to think about all of these things. So we all know the story of 50 Cent. So Diddy gonna come home. Who knows what's gonna happen? Clearly, it's gonna be no beef or anything, but it's gonna be funny to hear whatever Diddy has to say. That first interview, is he gonna be blackballed? How many people are gonna be flocking to Diddy? We also got to remember something about Diddy. Prior to him getting the sentencing or whatever it was, remember he had dates and schedules and events planned in Miami. So he was already moving. He had club appearances. So he was going to be out in the national spotlight. This wasn't going to be a situation where he just stood idly by. That just doesn't seem like that was going to be in the cards for Diddy. I'm just keeping all the way real with you. So y'all let me know your thoughts too, man. Because like I said, this is very crazy to even hear about this, y'all. I mean, this documentary is just like this gonna send the world just 50 done did it again. And uh, it's crazy. I just want to know, what are they going to expose in this documentary? I think that's what we all need to get in the comments section to talk about. I mean, this is just wild. You know, obviously, you know, Diddy been under fire for many years. How many friends do we really have? And it's so crazy because a lot of people were standing next to Diddy. And right now it's like it look like Diddy don't have a friend. I think Meek Mill came out and said something, but a lot of people who were so very close, Diddy, all these people was at these parties, but nobody's coming out in defense of Diddy. Nobody's coming out speaking up for his character. Nobody is, so it's gonna be funny to see how Diddy navigates the landscape. How many, like I said, how many people are gonna flock his way? I'm just saying. Is he gonna have to pull a Gail Kim route? Is he gonna have to go see Oprah? Who? I mean, seriously, I want to know what's gonna happen. Or is he just gonna come out and just get back to being Diddy? Because I'm pretty sure the money ain't go nowhere. So he coming out to a life, just like look like he gonna roll right back into where it was like. He's gonna be scrutinized. He gonna have the cameras, the eyes on him. So let's see how Diddy navigates now. But something tells me he really pissed somebody off, man. I'm just gonna keep it all the way real, because this was a shaming, of Diddy. Um, no matter what it was embarrassing, and here at Flight Sports, we don't condone anything that he was alleged of doing. But it's just something just reeks, It's just Diddy did something off. So let's see how he is when he gets out. Is he saying the right things to people's liking? We know what's going on. But I'm gonna leave it at that. It's Flight Sports TV. Hit the like button. Most definitely hit the subscribe button. Peace and love, man.